Welcome to the Introduction to Structured Sensory Evaluation for the Certified Pommelier Exam. Certified Pommelier is the second level of certification in the American Cider Association's Certified Cider Professional Education Programming. This certification features an examination in two parts, theory and sensory. Let's take a deeper look into the sensory portion of the Certified Pommelier Exam. For the sensory exam, candidates will be served 2 flights of 3 ciders each. For flight 1, they will be given 15 minutes to compare and contrast the base elements of the 3 ciders. For flight 2, they will be given 1 hour to complete a structured sensory form for each of the 3 ciders. The candidates will receive 3 blank structured sensory analysis forms and a flavor and aroma lexicon. Let's go through how to successfully use those forms. Each structured sensory evaluation form is made up of 4 parts: appearance, aroma, palate, and final assessment. The appearance section requires the candidate to visually identify the components of a cider. Clarity, intensity, color, and carbonation must be successfully identified to score the maximum points in this section. Clarity refers to the presence or absence of cloudiness in a beverage, and intensity is the depth of color from the center of a cider to the rim when the glass is held at a 45-degree angle. The appearance section of the form is worth 2 total points, half point for each correctly identified answer. The aroma section of the exam requires the candidate to identify the aroma intensity and characteristics present in the sample cider or perry. The aromatic intensity of a cider is determined by the distance a cider can be held from your nose when multiple aromas are strong enough to detect and name. Aroma characteristics are recognizable smells which we can detect in a cider or perry. The aroma section is worth 4 total points, 1 for correctly identifying the aroma intensity, and 3 for the aroma characteristics, 1 for each aroma that correctly matches the examination key. Aromas often found in ciders and perries have been divided into primary and secondary categories in the supplied sensory lexicon. Detecting and noting aromas not listed in the lexicon is encouraged, but you can only receive a point if that aroma was also detected by the examiners who created the grading key for that cider or perry. The palate section of the exam requires a candidate to identify the sweetness, acidity, tannin, flavor intensity, flavor characteristics, complexity, body, and finish of a cider. The first 3 elements, sweetness, acidity, and tannin, are the basic structural components of any cider or perry, and the candidate will be asked to correctly identify the levels of all 3 elements. Please note that candidates must choose only one answer for any category outside of being asked to list aroma or flavor characteristics. Choosing more than one answer will result in a forfeiture of any possible points. Flavor intensity refers to the strength of the flavor characteristics on the palate. Flavor characteristics are recognizable flavors which we can detect in a cider or perry. Complexity of a cider refers to the amount of varied flavor elements detected in the cider. A more complex cider would display a wider variety of flavors from multiple categories. The body of a cider is sometimes described as mouthfeel, as it is the textural impression or fullness that you get from all of the various elements working together. The finish of a cider addresses the length of the cider's pleasant flavors linger on the palate. The palate section is worth 12 points total, with the flavor characteristics making up 5 of those possible points, 1 for each flavor that it correctly matches the flavors found in the examination key. Flavors often found in ciders and perries have been divided into primary and secondary categories in the supplied sensory lexicon. As with aromas, noting flavors not listed in the lexicon is encouraged, but you can only receive a point if that flavor was also detected by the examiners who created the grading key for that cider or perry. In the final assessment section, Candidates are asked to review the assessment they have just made of a cider and then write a short concluding statement of 1 or 2 sentences describing the cider's quality in terms of balance, integration, and character. All of these terms are used to speak to the relationship between the components of a cider. Balance refers to how the elements work together. Integration refers to the cohesion and harmony of the individual elements, and character is the summation of a cider's overall nature. Lastly, practice makes better. I highly recommend using the resources available to you on our website and in our Facebook community. Thank you so much for watching. Please consider subscribing to our channel for all things cider education. Happy tasting!